So today we are going to talk about some portions from the plant physiology part, like plant phytochromes and all, and rest we'll discuss about uh, the different like flowering and the germination and the stress response, stress physiology of plants. Okay. So the very first thing that we want to talk about is about phytochromes. What are phytochromes? It is nothing but a photoreceptor. What is a photoreceptor? Remember we talked about the antenna pigments earlier. So photoreceptors is just like a pigment that is present in plants, also found in bacteria and fungi. It used to detect light. So the photoreceptor's job is to detect light. That's why it's called photoreceptor. It's sensitive to light in the red and far red region of the visible spectrum. So red and far red region of the visible spectrum. Biochemically, phytochrome is a protein with a billion chromophore in it. Okay. The pigment that controls growth and flowering in many plants. And we study how exactly growth and flowering is regulated by red light and far red light by the presence of the phytochrome. And there are two types, PFR and PR type. So this phytochrome's presence in Arabidopsis, okay, as a model plant. So two interconvertible forms are present to elicit different response. Okay, PR, PFR. So when PR receives red light at 670 nanometer, it is converted to PFR, and this is related to the physiological responses. But when the PFR receives 730 nanometer or far red light, it became PR, and PR is not feasible for physiological changes in plants. So PFR is needed for physiological changes or physiological activity in plants. So this is how they are placed in the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay. So what is the role of phytochrome? I already told you. The many flowering plants use it to regulate the time of flowering based on the length of the day and night, which is known as photoperiodism. So what is photoperiodism? Is the length of the day and night, and how the length of the day and night reflects the flowering event in the plant. And it sets to have a circadian rhythm. It also regulates the response, including the germination of seeds, known as photoblasty. Germination of seed in presence of sunlight only. Remember, in the last lecture we've seen how exactly the presence of light and water both are necessary for the seed to germinate. Last to last lecture. Elongation of seedlings, size and shape and number of leaves that are present. The synthesis of chlorophyll also depends on light, and the straightening of the epicotyl or hypocotyl hook of dicot seedling all are controlled by the presence of phytochrome. It is found in the leaves of most of the plants. Now this is another picture explaining how exactly phytochromes behave and performs. So we have two forms, PFR, which is physiologically active form, then PR. But in case of flowering and regulation of flowering, both of these forms work little differently. So PR, when the sunlight, they receive red light, converted to PFR, builds up in the long day plants, produces florigen, florigen gets activated, flowering is on. For whom? Long day plants. And in the darkness, far red light is present fast, and in the darkness, what happens? PR builds up in a short day plant. And what happens? Florigen activated, flowering. So in case of short day plants, the darkness works slowly, converting PFR to R, and far red light converts PFR to R, and it causes flowering in the short day plants. While PFR causes flowering in the long day plant, where sunlight works, red light comes from the sunlight. Now the types of phytochrome, PR form. The phytochrome molecule is the photoreceptor of the red light responses, that is PR form. That's why PR for red. PR for red, PFR for far red. PR to FR, and PFR, as I told you, involved in the biological activity. Okay. The PR form absorbs at a peak of 666 nanometer, and it is formed synthesized in the dark grown seedlings only. And PR absorbs red light, it is converted to PFR form. And once PR is converted to PFR, receiving the red light from the sun, now it causes all the biological activity to continue in a plant cell. Now about the PFR form, what is about PFR form? Absorbs at a peak of 730 nanometer, that was near 660, 650 nanometer, this is 730 nanometer. PFR form is the active form that initiates biological responses. When PFR absorbs far red light or in the dark condition, converted to PR form. PFR can also spontaneously revert to the PR form in the dark over time. That is also known as dark reversion. PFR is also susceptible to proteinases. Okay. So that is what happens. Normally PFR is why we call it as a non-biological activity related. It's a dark form. You can imagine and remember it like that. PR and PFR. PR, red light at R form, and that is converted to PFR, receiving red light. But while PR is present like that, the PR normally present in the dark form, in the dark condition, in the dark environment. And the PFR is also susceptible to the proteinases. It can be degraded by proteinases. PFR absorbs some red light. So in red light, there is a balance of 85% PFR and 15% PR. Okay. Now PR normally receives red light converted to PFR, but PFR can also receive red light. So in a condition where the light, well lit condition, where red light is present from the sunlight, we have a 85% form as PFR and 15% as PR. So in a red light condition, in a well lit condition, we have 85% PFR and 15% PR. PR absorbs very little far red light. So at far red light, remember, PR absorbs very little far red light. So at far red light, there is a balance of 97% PR and 3% PFR. So in red light condition, we have 85% PFR and 15% PR. In a red light, it means daytime. In night time, in the far red light, what we have 97% PR, 3% PFR. And this is the conversion that is clearly stated. Okay. Quick response. কোনটা? ফার রেড লাইট রাত্রিবেলার কথা, যখন সানলাইট নেই তখন রেড লাইট আসছে না, not among the visible light. So here again the PR among receiving red light at 660 nanometer converted to PFR. Okay, that is a quick conversion. And then in far red light 730 nanometer, in darkness, PFR becomes PR, which is slow reversion. Okay. So remember one thing. So at night, the level of PR increases. At daytime, the level of PFR increases. Okay? Because at daytime, most of the physiological activity at its peak. At night time, it slows down. Now, what is the photoperiodism in plant? Remember, photoperiodism is basically how exactly, depending upon the type of light, the type of sunlight and the presence of light and darkness, and the length of the daytime, flowering of plants are dependent or decided. So flowering of plant comprises of two phases named vegetative and reproductive, two different phases. Under an appropriate photoperiod, the plant switches from vegetative to reproductive phase. So when there is a proper photoperiod received, let's imagine that is the X hours. Okay. So let's say for a plant Z, X hours needed for flowering. So when X hours of light is received, then vegetative phase, it's converted from vegetative to reproductive phase, responding to synthesis of flowering hormones and subsequent translocation to the buds, and then the flowering completes. The effect of daily duration of light hours and dark periods on the growth and development of plant, especially flowering, is called photoperiods. So basically, how exactly, depending upon the light hours and the growth and development of the plant, that is known as the photoperiodism. Okay. So obviously we know that among like for a Z species of plant, X hours, let's say 7 hours or 10 hours or 14 hours of daytime is needed for flowering. So if 14 hours needed, it's long daytime needed for flowering. Let's say 8 hours needed, that is a short time span of daytime for flowering. So based on that, we call different plant as a long day plant or a short day plants. Okay. So photoperiodic control of flowering. The critical part is a night length. Remember that. Night length is very, very important. What is a night length? Because obviously, if you find out the night length, the rest of the time is presence of light, right? And night length means, in general sense, we say that when there is no sun. But if the plant is receiving artificial light, that is also required for the growth. I think that we already talked about it, like that also helps in physiological activities. So when I say night length or night time, that means there is no light. When we referring to night length or night time, there is no light. Flowering and other responses to photoperiod are actually controlled by night length, not by day length, that way. So that's why remember always, although we call it as a long day plant, short day plant and so, but actually we are talking about plants. We need to always look for the night length. What is the length where there is no light, no sunlight, no artificial light. Short day plants are governed by whether the critical night length sets a minimum number of hours of darkness. Okay. Minimum number of hours of darkness. And long day plants are governed by whether the critical night length sets a maximum number of hours of darkness. Reverse of what we understand. Maximum number of hours of darkness means accumulation of more PR. And in this case, minimum number of hours of darkness means accumulation of more PFR. So based on that, the response alters. The response changes. So here, so remember these two ideas only to understand about the long day and short day plant, how they will behave. So whenever they ask any question from the short day or long day plant, you understand the critical length of the night time. Because when there is a larger night time, then there is a slow conversion of PFR to R. So that means accumulation of PR will be less, more PFR will, more accumulation of PR will be more, PFR will be less. And then in the daytime, if it receives small amount of daytime, still the PFR is there in the daytime, conversion will be there, and the more PFR is there, will be showing the physiological response. Okay. So always either you stick to, so always think from the length of the night, that perspective. So more length of the night, lengthy night means there is more PR form, and the PR form takes more time to be converted to the PFR form, obviously. Okay. So for the longer data, for night time.